traveling through Olympic National Park. We're probably about 30 miles from the north entrance. I think it's the only entrance. But here's some view of the northern entrance on the west side. Nice views. Big forest mountains. Very pretty out this way. Well, we're getting there. A few more minutes, another 45 minutes for where the hotel is. I think we're only about 2 minutes from the entrance of the Olympic National Park. I think it's the only entrance because we never saw a different entrance. We're just driving up 101. And now we're going to take off and see if we can beat somebody to the punch here. I had to get in front of some of these slowpokes. But as you can see, the mountains are pretty awesome out here. Got a great view. All right, we're going to check back in. Still in the Olympic National Forest, as they call it. We haven't hit. Oh, that Hot Springs Resort is down here. Did you want to see it?
No.
Okay.
To you. Just passed.
Yeah, well, I got to turn around. All right. All right. Now we have a beautiful lake here on the left, as you can see. I'll just tilt the camera a little bit. Beautiful lake, right here in the middle of Olympic National Park. Very pretty. Going nice and slow. I want to make sure we can get the whole thing in. Very pretty. If there's a stop off, we'll stop. We'll get a picture or two. Beautiful mountains in the background. Wow, what a lake. Pretty awesome. I don't see any stop offs though, but anyway, that's the lake. Very pretty. Alright, just coming around some more turns. Oh, nice and careful here. Whee! Round and round we go. And I don't think we're going to get to see too much more of the lake. So many trees in the way. And I'm surprised they don't have a turnoff where you can get out and get some decent shots. The problem is it would be on the left anyway, and it's so hard to get out from here and then to get back on. Well, what a view. Now, let's see what I get around this next turn. Well, like I said, the trees are in the way, so you really can't see much. But very nice. All right, we're going to clock back in. Now we're getting closer, about 27 miles out, and we'll be back. So I just wanted to give you a couple of shots of the lake. We see a beach in the distance. I'm going to try to just jump in there if we can. A lot of crazy turns here though. Oh, we'll see if we can get in there down the road. Beautiful, beautiful lake on the left. Beautiful trees ahead of us. Beautiful area here, actually. Oh, we're just going to drive through here. You can see the lake on the left. Huge lake, actually. Huge. We see a beach coming up, probably about 3/4 of a mile to a mile down the road. So we're going to see if we can duck in. We'll check in a bit. Alright, a little more view of the lake. Coming around some of these great turns. Still in the forest. Still some great views out here though. Still 20 miles out. We're just sucking it all in. Going nice and slow. Nobody behind us. It's like forest and lakes. But what a beautiful lake surrounded by the Olympic National Park mountains. Very pretty. Here we go, some fallen rocks. That's always good to have. And now we got some huge rocks. Got these brown trees. Weird. Very dangerous to stop there. You gotta hit this coming the other way. There's no way I could just turn in here. I don't even know what's coming around the corner. That's what makes it so hard. We're on the wrong side. Quite the lake though. Alright, we'll check back in a little later. We gotta get going. Well, we finally made it into Port Angelis. So we're only about 2.5 miles from the entrance of Olympic National Park, but we're gonna head to the hotel since the room is ready, pile everything in, take a little bit of a break, and then we'll come back out and we'll check it out. There's also a hot springs in town, so we'll check that out. We'll see what that deal is. Maybe we'll bring some bathing suits. Maybe we can go swimming. It's supposed to be pretty warm, so I'd like to do that too. I see some insane mountains up ahead, so when we get a good view, we'll check back in. All right, hold on to your hats. All right, well, here's our first taste of Olympic National Park. As you can see, the big mountains in the background. Got about a 10-mile ride in. I didn't think it was this big, but you know, we definitely got off to a late start today. Did a lot of driving to get here. There's only one entrance in, so we were kind of stuck getting here a little late. But we'll give it a little bit of a go. I mean, you know, we can only spend an hour or two at tops. And we got to eat and get back and get ready for tomorrow. So this looks pretty incredible, so we'll give it a quick shot. Catch up to you down the road. All right, so we're in Olympian National Park. Running down the roads, waiting to see some outlets where we can get a couple of pictures in of some of these majestic mountains that they have here. That's exactly what we're looking for. And I see some, wow, in the distance. It's crazy. I guess this is one stop off up here, so we'll stop here for a minute and get some pictures. Alright, going through another tunnel, another mountain tunnel. Always pretty cool. Wow. Looks like a couple of tunnels. Always interesting going through mountain tunnels. Wow. That's two, and we got a third one coming up. Pretty interesting. It sounds like it's only 13 miles in, 13 miles out. Yes, they do. A lot of tour. I see tour buses. I think a lot of this ride here, we'll get most of our pictures on the way back. So we'll kind of run through this real quick and see what we see on the way back. Hang in there. A lot more to see. Pretty cool in here, though. Here you go. A couple of little shots on the left. There's some majestic mountains. That's what we came to see. But we'll get them on the way back, like I said. A little tough to see from the right side. We're going a little ways here more and see what the deal is. Well, as you can see up ahead, some more majestic mountains. It's pretty cool in here. It's definitely worth the quick drive. Like I said, we got off to a late start today, so we made it. Crazy mountain turns. Alright, just want to see if you can catch the mountains on the left. It's incredible. I'm just going to move this just so we can film this a little bit. Alright, so this is the top of the hill at Olympia National Park. What a view. Snow-capped mountains in the background, valleys. Man, what a sight. That is beautiful. Crazy beautiful. Wow, look at that. That is awesome. I got to get some pictures in here, that's for sure. Boy, would I love to fly a drone here. Woo-hoo. That would be pretty cool. But you get to see what we see, and now I'm just going to get some nice pictures in. Yeah, the sun's a little bright, I know. Hopefully it comes out. All right, hang in there. We'll be back. All right, so we finished here at Olympia National Park. Just wanted to give you a last little preview. We made it to the top. Now we're going to head back. Head over to the beach. Maybe get another little bite to eat. Man, it's pretty up here. Wow. It is pretty. A lot of people taking pictures. It is pretty cool. Alright, so this was the last stop up here. Now we'll go nice and slow, work our way back. We'll stop at some key points, get a couple more pictures in, a little more filming, and that's it. Pretty cool if you ask me. Pretty cool. Alright, we'll see you down the path. There's some pictures way in the distance. I don't know if this camera will pick it up, but it's a pretty awesome sight up here. Now we're headed down the mountain now, back out of Olympia National Park. Pretty awesome. There are no roads to a lot of the places though, especially the bigger mountains, but it's definitely different up here. Every park we hit's a little different. So we'll scoot out of here. Man, probably got about a 12-mile ride out. So I'm sure we'll get to see some cool stuff. So I'm just going to be quiet for a couple of minutes and just let you gather in some of the scenery, which is pretty cool. I'm just going to let her run.
Rain's pouring down on me, splashing in puddles so free. Feet tapping to the beat, feeling that electric heat. Sky's crying but we're not, turning gray into a lot. Hold my hand, let's go, moving fast but feeling slow. Dancing in the rain, never feel the pain. splashing in the stream, laughter on repeat, feeling so alive in this rainy vibe. Clouds might come and go, but in this rain we glow. Every step's a song, we'll be dancing strong. Splashing in the stream, laughter on repeat, feeling so alive in this rainy vibe.
All right, so we finished up at Olympia National Park, which was pretty awesome. Now we're gonna head for a little dinner to this place right on the ocean. Actually, it's called Downriggers. So we're gonna check that out. Got a little ocean view. Should be pretty cool. I'll give you a little taste of it. Let's turn this camera around a little bit. And here's the ocean. And that's the view. Wow, that's pretty cool. There's a big ferry out there. Yeah, well, tomorrow we'll be on a ferry going to Victoria, which is way out yonder. Yeah, you can see that big mountain in the background. I'm not sure if you can see it. But anyway, here we go. Here's the town. Here's Olympia National Park in the background. And we're going to be hanging out at this place, Downriggers on the Water restaurant. So we'll be checking that out. Grab a little bite to eat. You know, see where we're going to go from there. All right, so hang in there. We'll see you guys all in a little bit. All right, so we're here at Downriggers here in Port Angeles. It's supposed to be a pretty cool place, and it does look pretty cool. So we're gonna be sitting right on the water. How nice is this? So this is pretty awesome out here. All right, looking good, Mo. Here we go. All right, so we'll sit down now and have a little chow. Here you go.